The New York Yankees so far this season have been embarrassing, pathetic, disgraceful, whatever word you want to use. But a reminder, we are only 15 games in to this 162 game season. We are not even 10% of the year done. So while the Yankees look bad right now, as they've just been swept by the Rays and have their worst start since 1997, there is still plenty of time for them to right the ship. And maybe, just maybe, that'll begin tonight, as the Atlanta Braves come to town to play 2 games at Yankee Stadium. The Braves are also struggling. They're 7-9, and they just beat the Chicago Cubs 2 games out of 3. Jameson Taillon will get the start on Tuesday for the Yankees. He's 0-1 with a 7.56 ERA. Taillon has been very mediocre so far. He has shown signs of greatness, 10 strikeouts in his first 8 innings, but he has really struggled with command, including in his last game on Tuesday against Toronto. Charlie Morton will get the start for Atlanta. Morton is 1-1 with a 4.76 ERA. In his first 2 starts of the year, he has gone 6 innings in both of those games. He has struck out 21 batters in the 17 frames that he's been in, but he has, as we said, struggled mightily with that 4.76 ERA. Corey Kluber gets the start for the Yankees on Wednesday. He's 0-1 with a 6.10 ERA. Kluber has not been the number 2 starter that the Yankees needed. He has struggled with command, as we've pointed out. He has yet to complete 5 innings in a start. His whip is 2.23. We got Kluber to be the second guy, and he has not lived up to it at all. Ian Anderson gets the start for Atlanta. He's 0-0 with a 4.7 ERA. Ian was very good last year for Atlanta. Down the stretch, he was 1.95 ERA in 6 regular season starts, but he has struggled here to start the season. He's allowed 3 home runs in 3 starts. So as we look ahead to this series right now, the big thing that every Yankee fan is going to say, let's get some runs. More importantly, let's get some hits, because you're not going to be able to get runs without hits, usually. The Yankees' offense right now is anemic, about as bad as we've seen them in years. Not in this era, and I consider this Yankees era to be like 2017 on. In the 2017 era, that was when the new age Yankees started to come in. This is far and away, I feel like, the worst we've seen out of this offense. Everybody has shut down at once. This is worse even than last year during that long losing streak we had at the midway point of the season. Everybody has fallen apart. You just look, the closest thing we have right now to any sort of offensive greatness is probably DJ. But outside of that, everyone on this offense just cannot hit right now. They're having troubles. They're not, when the pitches are in the zone, they're not swinging at them or they're missing. It's just bad right now for this Yankees offense. And that right now is more important than the pitching. The pitching's bad. And we don't get Cole in this series, so those are automatically shaky. But the biggest thing, this offense has to get going. We need more from Judge. We need more from Stanton. Rohan Odor, please. Aaron Hicks, for the love of God, get something going there. Jay Bruce is finally gone, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. But there's still so many guys on this lineup right now who are just doing nothing. And they're going to need to get it going now. Okay? Atlanta's struggled. Atlanta's a little bit beat up here. Their top guy, Ronald Acuna Jr., might be out for this series. He is day-to-day. He has a mild abdominal strain. So he might miss out on the series. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of Atlanta maybe not having as much offense as they usually do. Get those runs. Get those hits. And look, I would sit there and argue that the Yankees need to get singles and doubles, but we know that's not going to happen. We know that the Yankees are not all of a sudden going to stop treating analytics like the Bible, and they're not all of a sudden going to just say, okay, maybe we'll change around. No, that's not going to happen now. Maybe at some point after Cashman's gone. But for now, we just know that all they're going to do is try to keep hitting home runs. So maybe just hit home runs. Just maybe finally get the bat on the ball, okay? Get a couple home runs. Get that offensive firepower going. That's what we need from this team. That's what they're supposed to do. Let's say it. And yeah, the pitching, Kluber and Taillon, those are the 2 guys we acquired. We could have gotten some younger guys. Could have kept Tanaka, but we decided let's stay with Kluber. Let's stay with Taillon. Let's bring those guys in. And they have not lived up to it yet. Now, yes, it's early for both of these guys. They were great in spring training. They've been bad so far here in the regular season. Can they finally get it going? How much longer is it going to take for these guys to really step in here, to really become those pitchers that we were hoping they'd be? Again, especially the second best pitcher on this team right now is Montgomery, and he's 4. He's the 4 guy. So we're going to need Kluber and Taillon to step it up here. We're going to need them to get better with command. And we're just going to need to see improvements from them. Cole, we know what we can get, but everybody else on this rotation, just the big question marks on them, especially these two guys with the injuries. We were hoping that maybe they'd be a little bit further along right now than they are, but so yeah, these are two huge starts for these guys coming up. It is time for them to really step up, to show that they're going to be legit here. Atlanta's coming to town. Let's try to pitch well. That's not the biggest concern right now. The biggest concern is the offense, but the pitching has to step up as well because I don't feel like we need to score. It shouldn't be where we have to score 7 runs to win a game. Let's keep it low, like 3 or 4 or something like that. So as we look ahead to this series, a lot of concern right now. Can this Yankees offense finally wake up? Atlanta's struggling too. Now's the time to pounce. Atlanta's concerned here that their best offensive player might be out. Time to pounce, time to capitalize, time to get some runs. Please, Yankees. Let's turn this thing around. Let's get back on track. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. Really do appreciate that. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below. I will be back later tonight as we break down the first game of the series between the Yankees and the Braves. Take care, and God bless.